What is up, guys? It is Eclipse, and I'm back here with another Unity video. And today I just wanted to catch you up on what's been happening on the last few weeks. It's been like 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure, since my last devlog. I was going to post one last week, but like I had edited it, I started rendering it, and then like while I was rendering it takes a couple hours, so I went to sleep, right? So after going to sleep, I woke up the next morning, my computer had like completely shut off. I don't know what happened. Maybe our power went out or something. I have no idea what happened. But I woke up, so I turned on my computer, and all of a sudden, the video file, first of all, wasn't there. Like, it wasn't anywhere to be found on my computer, and also the edited Vegas file, because I edit with Sony Vegas, that was gone too. So I have no idea what happened to that, but it was gonna take so much longer to re-edit it and put everything back together, because like I have hours of clips. So I thought today maybe instead I'll just go ahead and show you guys what I've done over the past 3 weeks. And it's not too much, but still, it's progress. But also I have a surprise towards the end of the video, so I'll show you guys that, or maybe not towards the end, towards whenever I'm done showing off the Dark Realm, basically. Yeah, let's go ahead and enter. Let's go ahead and enter this world. So first, let me just like clear my player press real quick. Okay, and let's enter the main menu, of course. So yeah, no, I've completely redone the main menu. Also, so yeah, I added new text, new effects to it. If it wants to load, there we go. Like the new text, everything, the options and quit button still don't work. The background, it's supposed to be animated, but it's not really working right now. But I still have the same music and little particle effects, but the text and stuff, it looks way better basically than it did. So if we go ahead and hit play, new game, go ahead and load into the coma world. Not too much is different here, except if you can see right there. If you can see at the bottom there, towards the player's feet, you can see the little dust particles coming up. So I added a little particle system that is instantiated through animation events whenever a footstep should play. And then if you can hear, it's kind of quiet right now, but if you can hear, there are little grass footsteps. So I'll go and be quiet. So I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I do have little silent, quiet footsteps. But also, in my living room scene, if I go and hit space, also, before we do anything else, I did add that little space bar, what's it called? Little like button effect that just pops up and plays animations. Basically, just a little interactive UI thing. As you can see, I've completely redone the living room scene. So I've added some moss at the top. I've added these desks here. I kept the same couch, but I changed the background as well. Put cobwebs in different places. That doesn't need to be there. And I still have the lights, same thing. It's very dark, of course, because no lights. You go over here, same thing. You have the flashlight, same button, pop-up thing, flashlight. So yeah, no, it's kind of hard to see the moss, obviously, because the flashlight doesn't go up that high, but it's completely fine with me. I think this looks a lot better, especially with the floor. It has a bit more detail. It's still black, but it has little bevels in it and stuff. It's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and get out of here. I think that's really it for the coma scene, actually. Let's go ahead. Oh, hello, spiders. Let's go ahead and head over to the real world scene. If we can load that up here. It wants to load, that is. Progress on the Dark Realm is going decently. It's slow just because of the amount of art I have to do, but it's going well. This game is gonna take, I'm pretty sure, it's gonna take a lot longer than expected, most likely. Just because, like, the story is going to take first of all, I have to fully think it out and think, the different levels I'm gonna have the player go through, different things they're just gonna find, all of that. But yeah, for now, I'm just, this first little forest level has taken me God knows how many months, but then I've been planning stuff out this entire time, so that's okay. But the next levels shouldn't be as what's it called, as heavy as this one level has been. But anyways, let's go ahead and start up the real world scene here. So after this, I believe I'm gonna be adding a little cave system that the player will fall into at some point. Oh, the flashlight is broken. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so same thing here. The house. I'm pretty sure I've already shown this off. But yeah, I still have the button pop up. And then if we run over here, you see I have those, oh, whoops. I went ahead and I added a new forest here as well. And I still have those little dust particles at the player's feet. Also, right after here, I have a bridge scene, which I haven't added parallaxing to yet. But, yeah, it was a little bridge scene that I put together. So I made this bridge with, like, shapes and pen tools within Photoshop. And then basically I'm going to have, in the coma world scene, I'm going to have a little thing where, the player, maybe he fights like a boss here in the coma world scene. And, after he bots the boss, he'll run onto this bridge. The bridge, he hits a trigger. And then, the thing will, like, get destroyed. And, he'll fall through and end up in a new level. Not gonna be too long, hopefully. But yeah, no, let's go and enter the living room here. Then once we load in here, so I have all this going. I don't know why I still have these swaying around. So I have the desk, the wall. Of course, the moss is gone and stuff because it's not all run down in this scene, at least. I think this looks a lot nicer than just the plain colors of the last living room scene. I think this, definitely gives a lot more detail. So that's really all I've added up to this point. The new main menu, the different stuff with the player. I also now I have for the I guess surprise. Which, if you guys watched the little video I posted about going live on Twitch, you guys will already know that I'm working on this. But currently, I am also on the side of this. It's a smaller project. It's already 2 weeks in development. It's gonna be a third-person It's gonna be a third-person shooter, basically like a wave zombie game. So just fight off zombies, different weapons, all that stuff. But let's go ahead and open up the Unity project of that. So we'll go ahead and open up right here. It wants to load. Here we go. Okay. So, as you can see, I already have a lot of things done. I have UI, so, the health bar, which I'll be adding some different stuff to indicate that this is the health bar, and then I'll have, this is the stamina bar as well, both of which work. I have the score, and then I have ammo. So basically, again, this is going to be a very small third-person shooter zombie wave game. It's taken, the first week of development was really me getting the player working and moving. Because for a third-person shooter, especially with the camera, like, let alone the player, things can be very tedious to code. There's a lot of different stuff that go into it. But I got it working, thankfully, after some pretty good tutorials and all of that. But then I wanted to start implementing, aiming, so I went ahead and did that. And then I added aiming animations, basically 2 different states, because, when you're aiming, you have your arms up, you'll most likely be moving slower. So I went ahead and did that and adjusted different speeds. Then I wanted to actually add in a gun, So I went ahead and threw this M9 model in. It's a little low poly, just M9. So I went ahead and got that in, and then I went ahead and got it shooting. After a bit, and I added what's it called? I added I added an item database for different items, so I'll need this in case I ever add like more weapons or different pickups, stuff like that. And I have the player inventory. Basically, this will be 3 slots, right? So primary, secondary, and melee. And then game controller just controls the game basically. So the item database just basically keeps track of all the items. It has their separate item IDs. This is basically like a weapon item database, so it'll have the weapon type, the name of it, and the damage, fire rate, and stuff like that. I know the axe, it's not really a gun, so I had to go in and like code different ways, basically checking if the weapon type is 3, which is for melee. Then it won't account for ammo or anything like that. It does have a range, it does have a fire rate, and it does have a damage. But all that stuff is adjusted. I could have completely made like a different separate melee system, but I just want to maybe I'll do that later. But this was the sort of easier route. It did end up causing a few bugs, especially when like switching stuff, because I also added a weapon switch system, but I fixed all those, which took 5 hours. That was basically yesterday's stream. I streamed yesterday. I didn't post about it on YouTube though. I streamed yesterday, and basically that entire 5-hour stream was me like basically adding stuff, and then bugs appearing and me fixing those. But anyways, let's go ahead and show off this game. Let's go ahead and hit play. They're running around. I also added zombies, and they can attack you. They follow you. They move around. They have their own little animations as well. So yeah, let's wait for this to load right here. As you see, I also have a crosshair. Here we go. But so basically, if you're idle, you move your mouse, I'm pretty sure this is how GTA works. You just basically look around the player. But if you go ahead, you'll see if you look at the items, they also have a pickup range, so how far you can pick them up, but they'll basically tell you what button to press to pick up different stuff. So you go and pick it up, and you see it didn't appear in the player's hand. So basically you click 1 for primary, click 2 for secondary, and then 3 for melee. But those are the different weapon slots. Let's go ahead and hit 2. Aim. You can only shoot when you aim. So yeah, when they explode or when they die, they explode into these little red cubes, which I thought was pretty cool. I went ahead and that's just a particle system thing, which I learned how to do recently. And you see I have the ammo UI fully working, so I have the reserve ammo, and then I have the current ammo. I'll also be adding ammo drops that will add on to the reserve ammo. And then so you're out of ammo, can't shoot anymore. I'll be adding some out of ammo text. But then when you run around, of course, it uses your stamina. When you're not moving at all, it regens it. When you aim, of course, you move slower, and the player moves along with the camera. So let's go ahead and pick up the axe. Then we switch over to it, which I also modeled this in Blender as well. You can hit them. You have to be very swift with the axe, I've noticed, because it's not the greatest system. So basically coded it to so basically if you're just holding down, like if you're touching S at all, you basically can't hit the zombies, because you shouldn't be able to hit them from behind, right? Of course, it still plays the animation, but it won't hurt them. You basically have to be facing, even if that's diagonal, you have to be facing at least forward to hurt them. So that's how I coded it. I thought that was kind of the best way, because maybe you want to turn diagonally, and if I just cut off all diagonal movement, you have to be moving like directly towards them, and that just creates a whole bunch of issues. Or not really, but with the fighting at least. I don't think there's really a way to attack that. You have to be very swift, like I said earlier, when attacking them with your melee weapon. If you hit them like at the right angle, you can probably you can probably go without getting hurt. Oh god, I'm out of stamina. But yeah, it's oh jeez, I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna die. So yeah, it's not the most intense thing ever, but it can be once the zombies pick up. And again, I'll be adding health pickups, maybe some med kits that you can pick up, and some oh jeez, and some ammo pickups. But you know, it's looking pretty good right now. You know, these assets were also modeled in Blender. Besides the planes, those are just literally colored planes from Unity. I just added like a grass texture or grass color material to them. Literally, these sidewalks, the little curbs in the road, the roads are modeled in Blender. And that's really it. I'm about to die though. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, when you die, it does restart the level. And then, of course, you have a score as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know. Every time you kill a zombie, it gives you a score of 10. It does take quite a few bullets to kill the zombies. I might up the damage for the M9, so it doesn't take like 7 bullets to kill them. But, you know, that's really what I've been working on so far. I'm actually really enjoying both projects. Like this one, the Dark Realm is definitely it's fun to work on, but it's a lot more of a serious project since it's so big and it's gonna take so much time. So really on the side, what I wanted to do, I just wanted to, first of all, I've been trying to make 3D games for a while. That's what I started off, because I thought making a 2D game was gonna be like super hard. Which technically it is, but it depends on the size of the 2D game. But, you know, I always tried different stuff. I could never find the style I wanted for 3D games. But then I found, you know, voxels existed, which I did not know. This was a while ago. Like, pretty much a year ago is when or 2 years ago is when I started making games. But, of course, I was making small, little, tiny games, just following tutorials, really learning stuff, especially Unity at the time. But, you know, when I wanted to make my first, like, game, and I knew, I had a basic knowledge. Of course, I knew I'd need to follow a tutorial. But then, you know, I knew voxels existed. I wanted to make a game. But when it came to animating the little voxel character, you know, I was way too impatient to figure out the weight painting, you know, all that stuff, because I just thought, you know, oh, it should work automatically. That's not how things work, though. I'm a lot more experienced now. But yeah, no. So started doing that, but then, you know, I found 2D games. I found that I enjoyed that a lot, and just making art in general. So I continue with that. But, you know, and I started making 2D games. You know, it made some different stuff. You know, got into the Dark Realm, but then I thought, you know, maybe I should try 3D again. I tried a voxel FPS, or technically voxel and low poly, which is basically what this is mixed together, but it was going to be an FPS game. But I ended up abandoning that project. That was still pretty. I started that. I did that project maybe like this summer, but again, I still wasn't experienced as I am now, because even though that's only a few months ago, I've learned a lot within that time, like a lot. So, you know, I ended up abandoning that project, but then I thought, you know, wouldn't it be cool to make sort of that same game, but in a third person's perspective with a cute little voxel character and, you know, some low poly assets. So I went ahead and did that, you know, started that 2 weeks ago. And so here I am now. I mean, I've really enjoyed developing both games, but again, this is sort of a less serious project. I'm still gonna release it. I don't know if it's gonna be a commercial product or not. I'll find out. But of course, it still needs a lot of tweaking. A lot of things still need added, such as, you know, a primary weapon if I get to adding that. different stuff, all the different pickups. But really, it's 2 weeks in development, and I'm already this far. It's honestly, I'm loving it. Like I've said before, I'm loving developing this game, and it's awesome. I'm also loving developing the Dark Realm, but again, that's a lot more of a serious project that's going to take a lot more time. So I wanted to start a little side project that I could do on the side. That would really just be more fun. Because although, like I've said like 5 times, although developing the Dark Realm is fun, it's definitely very tedious, and it takes a lot more time to do different things. Like this, it's again, like I said last night, I spent 5 hours doing, fixing bugs. That's just what game development is, really. And things happen, but yeah. So again, this game is awesome. The Dark Realm is gonna be awesome. That's gonna take a few years, like maybe 1 or 2 years to really complete, maybe even more, depending on how much progress I make. But this can hopefully be completed. I'll probably still work on this game like after its release, updating, adding different things. But really, what is it? Really, this project should only take a month or two to really at least release. I'm more hoping for a month. Honestly, if I continue development soon, or of course I'm gonna continue development. I mean, like depending on how much I get to adding within the next week or so, I really could probably release my first like open beta soon. Or would it beta or alpha first? I have no idea. Anyways, guys, that's really gonna be it for me today. I'm sorry for such a long video. I just really wanted to talk about a few things and catch you guys up. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. For new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone today has been going good. If it hasn't, then I hope this video helped. Then I hope you guys can do something today. Then I can do good, and then you can reflect on today and say it was a good day. So yeah, I'm Z Codes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Peace.